So in accordance with the agreement between the board and the Haverhill Cooperative Education Association, I'm writing to inform you by the December 1, 2015 deadline of my intent to retire at the close of the 2015-2016 school year. Sincerely, Shauna Kimball. And then dear Dr. LaPlante, I'm writing to provide you with early notification of my intention to retire from my position as principal of Woodsville Elementary School at the end of 2015-2016 school year. Therefore, June 30th, 2016 will be the final day of my employment with the Haverhill Cooperative School District. It has been a gift to work alongside the dedicated staff at WES who teach from their hearts and are passionate about making a difference in the lives of children. I'm incredibly proud of them all, and working alongside them for the last 10 years has been tremendously fulfilling. Many, many times I've remarked that the best kids in the world attend school at WES. They have given me countless reasons to smile and inspired me to lead from my heart on their behalf. I shall miss them tremendously. Respectfully, Kathleen Clark, Principal. And finally, dear Dr. LaPlante, I'm submitting this letter and plan to retire from my position as principal at Woodsville High School on June 30th, 2016. My 10 years at Woodsville High School have been some of the most rewarding experiences that I have been involved with in my 41 years of education. The faculty, staff, and students are some of the best anywhere. The things that we've been able to accomplish together during this time are incredible. I absolutely feel that this school now values every person who walks through the doors and seeks to help find the best pathway for every student we encounter. I will dearly miss this group. I feel confident that the school is poised to do some great things in the next few years because of the quality of the faculty, the hard work that has led us to this point, and the amazing students who come to our school. Thank you for your support and help over the last 2 years, and I wish you the very best in your retirement as well. Sincerely, Robert B. Jones, Principal.
Well-worded motion here.
I move that we accept the retirements. Do we have to list each one?
No, as read by
As read by Dr. Plant, with thanks to all that have served our children for so many years.
Moved and seconded to accept with thanks. Any other? Can't be any discussion. You don't have any choice in it. So all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Abstain. Okay.
I'd just like to add to that, it was brought to my attention after our last meeting that by Ms. Padamani, Dr. LaPlante read the letter, that she really felt she was happy about it and felt that we appreciated her. And sometimes our staff doesn't realize how much, because there's a lot of going on. From a board perspective, it's difficult. Sometimes some of the things that we're working on aren't necessarily in line with what you'd like. And, but we truly appreciate our educators and what they do for our children. And I think you guys need to know that. And the fact that if you don't feel like we appreciate you, then that's absolutely wrong. We truly appreciate all of our employees within our organization and what they do for our kids. And, the mission that you have, and same with the mission that board members have too. It's not always an easy task, and just want you to know you guys are appreciated. Not even just the teachers that are retiring, but all the staff that we have.
Thank you for that. Thank you, John. I don't know what to do with the budget discussion other than to say we don't have a budget. We have some concepts we're going to do in non-public at the end, I think. There's really nothing budget-wise we can do. So
We don't have any preliminary idea of where we're looking at?
Speak up. I've already been through this.
I'm gonna be out of
Not heard a word
state
about
to
it.
January 11th, so.
We have a budget committee form.
Do we?
Budget committee, I'm talking about budget committee, if I may.
Okay.
That'd be awesome.
We advertised, we contacted people who had been on. Carol informed me that essentially they all indicated that they would prefer not to. They had other things that they'd like to do right now. We didn't get any takers that I'm aware of. So unless if you want to re-advertise, we could try doing that, but we didn't get anybody.
We should re-advertise.
Okay.
I agree with Jay, and I know, I mean, I've been on the budget committee for a long time, and Nicole has been too, and I think part of our frustration, or maybe they didn't realize how valued they really were, you know, in their input.
Well, last year
So-
was a particularly difficult experience.
I'm putting last
for
year
them.
aside, because we
Last
actually
year
didn't
there
meet
was
last
no
year.
committee, right?
There was a very short.
No, we
We
didn't
combined
actually
it with
meet
me.
last year as a
Right.
committee, but.
There was a
we
committee,
this
but
year.
it just, the whole thing fell apart.
Right.
From the beginning to end, and it was
Right.
such a.
Well, plus we didn't have the right numbers and all that.
Right.
I will say it is very important for community involvement during the budget process, during the budget talks, and to be part of the budget committee is that first step. And so I think it's great that you're all here and that you're willing to step up and talk about what you want in the schools, but we really need that voice at the budget committee.
And to go along with what Nicole's saying, it's an educational opportunity for anyone. If you really want to understand, our budget's complex and there's a lot involved in it. If you want to truly understand the budget, being on the budget committee and being involved in that will educate anyone, even though, you know, board members like, to a little higher level on what the budget truly entails, the 20-something pages of actual expenses and, you know, revenues and, you know, and seeing where the state cuts are. I mean, the state's continually cutting back their funding that we have to absorb as a town. And our town taxpayers are continuing to have to absorb. And that's where some of those shifts are. And there's a lot of things like that that affect the budget that people don't understand, other than just the increases in their tax bill versus the budget that's being presented.
The other thing, when I was just a community member on the budget, it was pretty enlightening to try to come up with a budget for the town that wasn't a huge increase, and exactly like all of you had said, tonight, where do we cut? And to have those discussions, because that's just, it's a hard discussion to have, so, you know, it would be nice to have community members step forward and help us, not knowing where we stand right now.
Is it gonna be easy or difficult? No, we know nothing?
No, it's not, I gave you a different format, I think, in November. I showed you the format that we're using. Where we've been through it, it's essentially much like the SAU with the way it's being laid out, with 5 years of history and so you can see what the trends are, and the comparison from the proposed year to current year and last year. I don't believe it's going to be difficult, but and we're not having to untangle, you know, what goes into this number. That stuff has been figured out, and we're able to actually look at a number and know what it means now. So I don't anticipate it being a horrible process at all. If the board wants, we certainly can try to re-advertise and see if we can get some other people, but it's up to you. Just let me know what you want to do.
I think yeah. I would like some community
Okay.
input before we actually go to budget
We're
hearing.
saying yes to that.
Yep. It shall be done.
Right, other than public input sessions before a board meeting.
So,
If anybody in the audience wants to be on one, Dr. LaPlante's right here, give them your name tonight. Just put that out there.
well, we'll put something in the local papers or whatever, and I'm sure it'll be reply to Carol kind of thing. And
Yep. Yep.
She'll put that together, as she has in the past. So if we move on down the line, you're up again.
Well, the oil to propane conversion, I have to say, the Journal Opinion published something, I think it was last week. They emailed me a list of questions, actually phoned me, and I wasn't able to reach them by phone, so, but they did email me the questions, so I responded to them and gave them the information, the questions. They wrote what I thought was a really good article. It was accurate, and it contained most all the information that's necessary. And in a nutshell, for the people who were here and who were wondering, we started off on the road to replace the oil tanks. They needed to be replaced, as did the cathodic system that monitors them. And then we had to provide protection for all the pipelines that fed into the boiler room. That was going to be extremely expensive when it came to, particularly to this building, because the oil tank is out in the front and the lines run underneath the building, and so you have to figure out how you're going to put in essence, put some sort of sleeve kind of device around that line that goes under the building, and it has to be continuous. You can't have joints. So after doing some more research, well, we ordered the 3 replacement tanks that were required, and because there was a 6 to 8 week lead time. The deadline for installation was December 22nd. We're fast approaching that. We're not going to have the oil tanks, the old ones, all removed by that deadline, but they will be pumped down to within an inch of